Hello all, and welcome to Tech Corner. My name is Alex, and today I want to talk to you about iCloud and the things you can do with iCloud in the Apple ecosystem. So here I am on my iPad, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Settings. I'm going to go ahead and click on my name at the top. I'm going to go ahead and click on iCloud. So you have quite a bit of things you can do with iCloud. One of the neat features is if you have iCloud Plus, is you have a thing called Browse with more privacy. So this is basically private relay. So what this does is it prevents websites from tracking what you're clicking on, what you're looking at on the website, what pages you've gone to. It prevents them from tracking that information, and this is a really good thing to use. One thing to note is sometimes if you do ever have issues with accessing a website, you can sometimes go in here, turn it off, and try reloading that site, and it should work, because there are sometimes where websites get blocked because of private relay. The next thing is you have Save to iCloud. So there's a lot of things you can save to iCloud, and by default you get about 5 gigs free. After that you will have to pay, but usually if you want to get like, let's say 200 gigs, it's I think basically probably like I believe $1 a month. So it's really worth it because one, you can back up your phone to it, which is a really good thing. So if you ever drop your phone, all your data is backed up, all your photos, all your text messages, all your apps, the configuration is all there, which is really good. But on top of it, you can also back up all your photos as part of that. So if I go to, if I click on Save to iCloud, if I click here, I can pick what apps I want to have saved to iCloud. And some of the ones I recommend using is iCloud Photos. That is an amazing thing. Now, if for some odd reason, let's say you have iOS devices like an iPhone or an iPad, but let's say your laptop or desktop is a PC, I would recommend using OneDrive, and I have a video up here regarding how to back up your data, to your photos to OneDrive on your iOS device. From there you have iCloud Drive. For Mac users, you can set up basically desktop and documents to automatically save to iCloud. If you want additional things, like for example, I create a folder in my iCloud called Downloads, and I'll basically point anything I save to through the web, through Safari, to that folder. So that way it gets backed up to iCloud. Otherwise, it's going to go in your Downloads folder, and if you do have a computer issue or run into any issues, you might lose that data unless you have a Time Machine set up, which I do also have a video up here for that, how to set up Time Machine. So once you've got that, the next thing you have is passwords and keychains. This is really good. Apple has a really great system with passwords. Their new password app I love. It's really great. Recommend using it if you're in the Apple ecosystem. There's still a few things I would like to see in it, but overall it's a really great app, and it's a lot better than having to go to settings and passwords every single time to access your passwords. So now you can just click that little password app and get all your passwords right there, and you can also share it with family as well. Next one is Notes. Notes is a really handy program. I use Apple Notes all the time. I love the privacy with Notes. Next one is Messages. So this will allow you to sync all your text messages between all your iOS and Mac devices. So this is really handy, makes it a lot easier to sync. And then of course you have Health, and then iCloud Calendar and Contacts. One thing to note with Calendar and Contacts, depending on what you're going to use as your primary email provider. So for example, if Google, you use pretty much Gmail all the time, I would recommend using Google as your default for both Calendar and Contacts. This way, if you go on the web, you'll see all that information on there. But if you don't set it up as your default Calendar and Contacts, and you set up iCloud to be that, the thing is you'll be able to see all that stuff on your iOS Apple devices. But if you go to gmail.com and you compose an email, when you type in that person's name or you look up their contact, it's not going to be there because it's in iCloud. So that's one thing to keep in mind when setting up your default, both contact and calendar. Then of course you have reminders. Safari, it's going to back up your bookmarks, all your configurations for Safari. You've got news, stocks, home, Fitness Plus, your wallet, Game Center, Siri, Freeform, FaceTime, and Image Playground. So that is some of the things you can do in iCloud. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to throw a thumbs up. If you're interested in further content from this channel, feel free to subscribe and click that bell notification to receive alerts when new videos are posted. Thank you so much for watching.